Hi, I'm NP Dog. I'm sort of like a doctor dog, but I'm not a medical doctor, I'm just an NP. Plus, I'm not a mid-indie studio band from the early 20-teens, and if you still don't get that joke, well, that's no problem, dog. Hey, I'm just like you, an aging millennial inching towards an inevitable death with a bone to pick. See, I'm a good old boy who loves to boomer out about the stuff online that just drives me wild. And let me tell you, the Paramount Plus streaming app drives me bonkers. In the age of spaghetti-eating AI celebrities and literal supercomputers that everyone carries around in their pockets 24/7, how the heck did Paramount Plus bone this app up so badly? Let me take you back to the past. Whoa, not that far back. Back to the before times during the pandemic of 2020. As us millennials and everybody else were dealing with yet another life-altering, world-consuming global crisis, we all had nothing better to do than to settle in and consume every bit of nostalgic media we could get our grubby little alcohol-sanitized hands on. See, everybody back then was craving human interaction, community, and intimacy. But instead of all that, all we had to settle for were full series rewatches of old shows from the past 2 decades. Shows like The Office. Man, back in 2020 is when I feel The Office really had its post-run big resurgence. Office memes and references were littered everywhere on the internet, and it was a good time in the middle of a generally bad time. Now, it can be argued that up to that point, The Office never really left in terms of mainstream popularity after ending in 2013, because it was still readily available to stream anytime we desired on Netflix. Until it wasn't. You see, somewhere during the streaming all-you-can-watch buffet that was the pandemic of the early 2020s, companies like Peacock got greedy. See, they saw the big streaming numbers of shows like The Office and decided to cash in themselves on that sweet, sweet streaming subscription revenue. So at the height of the pandemic and its own popularity, The Office was stripped off of Netflix and put behind the paywall of an inferior app, Peacock. And in this NP Dog's humble opinion, this move absolutely killed The Office's mainstream popularity, as the majority of people simply did not want to pay for yet another streaming service. Now let's get back to the subject title of this video, Paramount Plus. You see, just like The Office, another group of shows that was popular to binge during the pandemic was Star Trek. Good old space diplomacy, human dilemma having Star Trek. A lot of people would say that Star Trek is a snooze fest compared to the likes of, say, a Star Wars. But you see, just like The Office, Netflix back then had all the Trek. I'm talking every episode, every season of almost every iteration of the franchise. And to a science fiction nerd like myself who was forced to shelter in place for a whole year, revisiting this drama from this particular galaxy far, far away was a godsend. Until it wasn't. You see, CBS, who owns the rights to Star Trek, decided to bone off their built-in, dedicated fans by creating the now-defunct CBS All Access. Today it's called Paramount Plus, and tomorrow it might be called something different. But whatever, let's see how buggy this thing really is. Oh boy, is it buggy. To be fair, as of the recording of this video, there are 2 tiers of Paramount Plus. The premium version that doesn't play ads, and the one that I have that absolutely does play ads. The slightly cheaper, ad-riddled one is straight up broken. I mean, just look at this thing. Look how slow and buggy this thing actually is, guys. It takes a literal eternity for the button commands to register just to even scroll through the content offerings. When it finally does load, it takes another 30 or so seconds to show us an ad. Okay, fine, because I'm paying for the cheaper version. But then this is followed by more buffering before finally letting us see the cold opener of the episode. Then after some more load time, we get to the opening credits. I choose to skip, and yep, another 80 seconds of ads. I've seen about 1.5 minutes of the actual episode, and now I have to wait another laggy 80 more seconds before I can continue watching something I'm literally already paying for. And this, by the way, is on my brand new 2024 flat screen TV we just bought from Costco earlier this year. And if you think I'm still exaggerating or the only idiot who can't figure this out, I'm really not, you guys. Look, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to this dog crap, literally called Paramount Plus is broken. Now, I can't say for certainty that the more premium subscription is less buggy. I'm just a poor country dog. Maybe if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll revisit this subject with some money in my pocket and see how the real Richie Riches watch Star Trek. But what I can certainly say is that this app sucks bones on every TV I've tried to watch it on. In addition to watching it at home on every TV I own, I've tried to watch it at other relatives' houses, Airbnbs while on vacation, heck, even my ex-wife's house. So it can't possibly be an internet connectivity issue. And sure, the app works flawlessly on my iPhone, but who in their right mind paying for a premium service is going to settle on watching literally thousands of hours of content on their tiny little iPhone screens? Not this NP dog. It's bugginess like this that made me stop watching one of my favorite new Star Trek series, Lower Decks. Lower Decks is such a great show and so rewarding as a lifetime Star Trek fan, but after a few months of paying for this straight-up dog-bones bugginess, I've completely given up on watching Lower Decks. Now, Lower Decks is scheduled to be canceled after the upcoming season. I beg to wonder if its fate would have been different if us fans weren't forced to watch on such a broken platform. I mean, sure, it's only like $6 and you get what you pay for, but come on! Paramount Plus, you need to do better. Please like and subscribe.